I'm Pedro Betancourt. In this day I bring this information to be the lasting NASA research on the Red Planet. Aerial images taken from Mars are much like those on Earth. One of the most interesting accidents are striations on the ground that rush downhill and that intuitively seem waterways. These courses appear and disappear from the field, reinforcing the idea that it is the seasonal water which forms. But intuition to reality there is a huge step, and so far has not been able to show that those cracks will really be liquid water, whose existence would be key to the possibility of life on Mars. Monday has published a new study provides important evidence to say that these formations on Mars there, most likely salty liquid water. Those responsible for the work, published in Nature Geoscience, analyzed pixel-by-pixel images of the planet taken by NASA's MRO. Until now, the problem with these landforms is that they have only a few meters wide, close to the detection limit of the cameras on board the MRO. The more we study Mars, we learn more about how life could be sustained here. The data were presented during a press conference organized by NASA and announcing Solving the Mystery of Mars. It does not take an expert in astrobiology to judge how close or how far the results of expectations fall. The new work focuses on the data taken by CRISM, an imaging spectrometer for identifying minerals and other compounds that exist in the Martian surface. The team has developed his own technique to analyze the variations within each pixel in the images of MRO and then analyze in detail the different composition of the spots on the slopes compared to the surrounding terrain. The work has focused in Palikir, Hale, and Horowitz and Kessel-Macaparates craters, all in the southern hemisphere, and all these formations known. The results show the presence of hydrated salts. Salts allow water to remain liquid at very low temperatures, up to 70 degrees below zero. In April, another study science team in charge of Curiosity robot had already noted that in the crater liquid water may be formed by a type known as perchlorate salts. Along the same lines, those responsible for the new study explains that the presence of perchlorate and chlorate probably means that liquid water is formed, and this drags down the current minerals. The water formed in the warmer seasons and would be in the form of pickles, the same mixture of water and salts that proposed in the Curiosity team. In search of life. These data strengthen the hypothesis that in some pending land where high temperatures can occur is producing liquid water on Mars contemporary, say the authors of the new work. The study, whose first author is Lujand Rajha, Georgia Institute of Technology, USA, and which involved researchers from NASA, says that in the Atacama Desert, Chile, an analog of Mars on Earth, presence of salts permit the existence of microbial communities. Warren, though, that in the grounds of Mars analyzed the activity of salt solutions may be too weak to sustain life. Early indications that there is a continent on Mars. Mars had enough water to cover the whole planet. Discovered a mysterious and huge cloud on Mars. According to the observations, the water would be present at temperatures of about 23 degrees below zero and would be responsible for darkening terrain seen in the images in the warmer seasons, as explained in a NASA press release. When temperatures drop, the currents disappear. Only in the warmer stages the presence of these hydrated salts is detected. Most of the water would flow through the soil, and a small part comes to the surface forming the grooves that have been observed in dozens of places on Mars over the years. Multiple missions have been necessary for several years to solve this mystery, and we know that there is liquid water on the surface of this cold desert planet, said Michael Mayer, chief scientist for the Mars Exploration Program at NASA during the press. It seems that the more we study Mars, we learn more about how life could be sustained here and where there are resources to support it in the future, he assured. Jesus Martinez Fries, researcher at the Institute of Earth Sciences, CCQCM, and member of the scientific team of NASA MSL mission, Curiosity rover, believes that this article supports the proposals on a geologically live Mars with current water activity that may generate an ephemeral runoff from these brines, perhaps related to a possible hydrological cycle. The results are also important for the study of the habitability of Mars, notes. On the surface of Mars are very hostile conditions for life, but these new data on the possible existence of subsurface liquid water present habitability support that is much more favorable under the Martian regolith, which is where to concentrate future efforts in the search for life. So far this information is known at the time. Thanks for watching this video. I'll upload soon more information of interest.